The vaccine helps the fish to stimulate the immune systems, and from there they recognize the pathogens and then fight back before an infection take place. I think that it risks issues in residues in the fish products, and then have been banned in some countries. What we can say that is a smart investment for the future. By we use the preventive care and so on. We reduce the disease, and then we minimize the antibiotic use that can protect our environment.
Halo sahabat perikanan, welcome back to our podcast where we dive deep into the latest research or trend about aquaculture and fishery science. Now, we have a special guest, Prof. Ina Salwany from University Putra, Malaysia.
Thank you. Hi everyone.
Hello Prof, thank you for joining with us.
Hello, hi Sobat Perikanan.
Okay, Prof. Ina has been actively collaborating with Department of Fisheries Universitas Gajah Mada, and she is a researcher in fish molecular biology and deputy director of Institute Bioscience UPM. Okay, now we will talk about something very important: vaccination for marine fish and how it plays a vital role in sustainable aquaculture. Okay, maybe we will talk about vaccination. Start now, Prof. Okay. Firstly, I want to know what was your first impression and perception about Department of Fisheries?
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Anggi. I'm very honored to be here because I think that this podcast is very important to share the information, not only that among the lecturers but also with the students, right? And then this is my first time podcast, right? Okay. My first impression with the UGM is that again, I'm always telling the same thing. UGM team is a very warm and exciting, where UGM team that I work with is a very passionate, especially on the aquaculture, because we share the same passion for the fish health management, especially on fish vaccine. So I think that to have a collaboration with the UGM team is a very very honorable and very at a good time. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful to hear, Prof. Ina.
Yeah.
So you have had several collaboration with Department of Fisheries UGM. Okay. Maybe sahabat perikanan want to know, could you share more about those collaborative efforts?
Alright, okay. So it started in 2020, but somehow in 2023 we start with the student mobility. If you remember, we have one we call as international virtual mobility program, which is involved University Putra Malaysia as a host at that time, and also Universitas Airlangga, where this platform basically we discuss on the health management, and then we have a very collaborative what we say work together, and then we share whatever that knowledge in health management with students from UGM and also UNAIR. At the same time, in last year, UPM got the what we call as a back-to-back grant provided by United Kingdom. So UPM chose the UGM as a partner, Department of Fisheries. With this collaboration, we upskilled and also test the fish vaccine in Indonesia, which is Tanjung Pinang, and also in Malaysia, which is Linggi at that time. So with this collaboration, is come up with a very strong commitment, in terms of the not only student exchange and also the mobility program, but somehow with the research entities that we have. Okay. And then I think that one more in 2023, I've invited by Prof. Alim to be as a guest lecturer to talk, to share with the students in fish vaccine technologies also in the class.
Okay. Okay. So great to hear that, Prof. Ina. So you have so many collaboration with UGM and also
it's
with
a continuous collaboration.
And also with Erlangga University.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So it will be a long-term collaboration, we hope.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. Okay. After that, maybe let's go back to our topic.
Yeah.
In first. So we want to know about your opinion. Why are antibiotics not the best long-term solution to control the bacterial disease in aquaculture?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think that this question is a very hot topic now, because when as a aquaculturist, to the farmers, antibiotics is always, we can say that is a hot issue, especially farmers is rely on antibiotics because they say that antibiotics can treat the infection, but somehow because of the overuse, all right, in the aquatic environment, has led to the microbial resistance, where we say that this treatment of using the antibiotics is no longer effective. And then we have to keep in mind that these antibiotics basically have the food safety concerns, and then FAO is really have banned some of the antibiotics such as oxytetracycline, and then which I think that it risks in issues in residues in the fish products, and then have been banned in some countries. So please do not use antibiotics, especially to treat the infections. Yeah. Right.
I'm agree with you, Prof. Ina, that antibiotic have a food safety concern, and also for the ecological aspect.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, what are the main bacterial disease in marine aquaculture, and how we can control the disease without using antibiotics?
All right. Okay. So in marine aquaculture, I work around, I think that around 10 years, that looking at the study the epidemiology of the marine aquaculture, and then one of the main bacterial disease in aquaculture is that vibriosis, right? That caused by vibrios, particularly for Vibrio havayi, Vibrio alternaticus, Vibrio paramaticus, Vibrio campbelli. So all of these pathogens is responsible for vibriosis. That one of the, what we can say that that deadly infect the marine fish like grouper, sea bass and snappers, right? Which is a high value fish in South Asia, in Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, right? So and also vibriosis can cause 50% mortality, especially in early stage, which for example ulcers, internal organ damage, and also one of that is that scoliosis, which I think that it can cause a high economic losses on that. And then yes, some of the farmers treat with the antibiotics, but somehow one of the effective strategy to be used to treat the bacterial disease is by looking at the vaccines.
Okay, vaccination.
Because vaccine helps the fish to stimulate the immune systems, and from there they recognize the pathogens and then fight back before an infection take place. Right? So it's very important to vaccinate at the healthy stage, and then from there once we apply the vaccine in according the regimen, based on the regimen, so what we can do is that it can reduce the disease outbreaks, and then it can create the environment more safer, which that is good for the safe for the consumers. So what I'm trying to say is that a vaccine can help to train the fish to stimulate the antibodies.
Okay. So we can use vaccine to help control disease, especially bacterial disease, because vaccine can be a modulate for the adaptive immunity, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, adaptive immunity.
Yeah,
you're right.
Okay. So vaccine also can help to control the disease caused by bacteria for long-term
protection.
Okay. Okay, that's a wonderful insight, Prof. Ina. So can you share more about Vibrio vaccine, like you mentioned before?
Okay, thank you very much. our team in University Putra Malaysia, we come out with several vaccines for Vibrios, to tackle the Vibrios. So one of the, from my talk just now, I just focus on 2 types of the vaccine, which is the first one we develop, we call as a live attenuated vaccine, which is the vaccine we create as what we call as a mutant vaccine, okay, for understanding. So this vaccine we apply to the fish, right, to stimulate the production of antibodies, and it can save more than 70% survival of the vaccinated fish.
Okay.
And then, but somehow we know that live attenuated that regards to the biosafety issues. So somehow we prove at the research level, but we cannot do the field validation, because of the issues of bioethics, biosafety, because it's live attenuated, which means that we attenuate, or we mutant some of the what we call as a serine protease gene inside that. Yep. And then the second vaccine that we create, we call as a VVAC vaccine, which is a feed-based vaccine. So feed-based vaccine basically is alternative to the as oral vaccine, which we want to give a protection as compared to the injection vaccination, because in a low and middle income countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, to vaccinate fish in a large population, we do not recommend to use injection vaccination. So oral vaccine is alternative. So in UPM, we develop oral vaccine that can give to the marine fish according to the regimen. So also we prove that in field trials, the vaccinated fish stimulates the high production and also survival, so high survivability to the marine fish. Okay. And also we face the several challenges in developing the vaccine too, especially in terms of the strains variability, because we know that Vibrio have the different species of that, Vibrio paramaticus, Vibrio Hawaii. So that's one what we have to tackle. And then somehow when we come out with the field validation, different condition in the field itself, right? Water quality, we have to manage that, and then in terms of the logistics and so on. So of course, to develop the vaccine is required several years to come up with that.
Okay. So you also produce in-feed vaccine, because feed vaccine or oral vaccine is more applicable absolutely for a larger scale.
You're right.
Okay, I agree with that. Because intraparental vaccine will make the fish have more stress.
Yes. And then we require a skill labors, right? So in order to come up with the skill labors, we have the vaccine is not cost effective anymore, right? Because the skilled workers, and then we need the equipment for that, injection methods and so on. So it's quite tricky, and also a lot of money need to involve, especially when we deal with the small and medium farmers.
I'm very agree with that. Okay, after that, so you have some produce that ready to be commercial, right? Okay. So what are the current challenges in commercializing and making vaccination a standard practice in global aquaculture?
All right. Thank you. I think that is a very great questions, which is what we face now is that several challenges, what we call as a real world challenges now, right? For example, to produce in upscale, according to the standards of the need by veterinary services, producing vaccine is quite in advanced facilities, right? Good manufacturing protocol. We need to have a GMP and also regulatory approval. So in terms of the upscales of this vaccine, it requires too costly, and especially when we deal with the low and middle income countries. So we need to think how to make it that this vaccine is cost effective. That is number one. Number two, I think that regards to the farm level infrastructure, if you need to vaccinate your fish, the infrastructure must be very good, because I think that for example, that small scale farmers, they lack some of the tools that required in the fish farms. So I think that although the feed based vaccine is a alternative to that, but somehow proper vaccination regimen, right? So you have to vaccinate your fish in week 0, week 1, week 4. So it need to be done correctly in terms of the regimen. So all of this at the farm level, we need to create the awareness, which not easy to the small scale farmers. Okay, and then I think the last one is that education and hands-on training is a must, right? Especially when we deal with the farmers, educate them. We need to shift the mindsets, which means that from using the antibiotics, we have to turn that, okay, stop the antibiotics. I think that now we have to turn into the vaccination, because when we label as a vaccinated fish at the harvesting to the market, so I think that it can give a more profitable, right, when it's labeled as a vaccinated fish. But again, it depends on the consumers, whether are you okay with the vaccinated fish or not, because somehow that is the challenges that we need to face.
So many things we should prepare before we commercialize our product. Okay.
Not only at the research level, but somehow what is the after that, right? So it's many things too. It's a long journey, I think.
Okay. After that, how do you see the future of fish vaccination, Prof? Maybe you can share about that.
Okay, it's a good question, for especially for if let's say we think around 10 years ahead, right? What is the future of the fish vaccine? I think that now commercial company that deal with the vaccine now, they're looking for the more practical vaccine administration. So they are more looking at the oral vaccine. So I think that with the innovation in the vaccine development, I think that more commercial vaccines in terms of the oral, which I think that more friendly, and then more, how to say, especially when we deal with the smallholders and resource limited farms. So I think that is number one in terms of the administration. Some vaccine can switch from the injection to the oral. Number two, I think it's more multivalent and customized vaccine. For example, each region and also some of the places, farms, they come out with a different targeted pathogens. So from there, we can customize it to become as the multi vaccine. That is number two. And then I think that the very important is that what we can look for is that integration of the vaccine application and also biosecurity protocol. Because remember, if you apply the vaccine but there is no biosecurity protocols applied in the farm, though this doesn't mean anything, right? So the integration of the vaccination will become as a part of the standard for biosecurity. So we apply both. So I think that is a very good in terms of the essential prevention. It's not only like seasonal, which means that you have a new vaccine, apply in a short period of time, and then that's it. So in order to be as sustainable and essential, we must adopt the vaccine to the biosecurity protocol also. I think that is my hope and also future, at least in the 10 years. So government and also NGOs need to work together so that we can adopt and we can try to make the vaccines a part of the farmers daily needs.
Daily needs. Okay. Just for sharing, I'm currently have a research about oral vaccination too.
Really? Okay. So can you share a little bit on that?
in my plan about my research, I will make a streptococcus vaccine.
Okay, that's good.
But in the oral vaccine, there is a disadvantage, like the antigen will degraded in the digestion tract.
Yes, that's right.
So we need some vaccine delivery system.
Yeah.
Nah, I will use nanoalginate for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is also what we are currently doing in the lab, which is we have a good vaccine, and how to improvise it is that looking at what is the nanoparticles that can coat and then try to enhance the the oral delivery system.
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah. Also the same thing.
Yeah.
I think that I can work together with UGM and then try to become as a part of the nanoparticles project also.
Yeah. So many project about nanoparticle right now.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prof. Ina, for the great insight. So many things that insightful here. So maybe Prof. Ina, before we close our podcast, maybe you have some closing statement or motivation for us, for Sahabat Perikanan, or some closing message for us.
Okay. Hi Sobat Perikanan. So I want to be the Sobat Perikanan also from Malaysia. Alright. I think that try to remember this, that as part of the the world of the perikanan. Alright. Healthy fish means that healthy lifestyle. So I think that is number one. What we can apply here based on our topic is that vaccination is not only the scientific solution, but somehow what we can say that is a smart investment for the future. By we use the preventive care and so on. We reduce the disease, and then we minimize the antibiotic use that can protect our environment. That is a number one. And then I know that the audience must be comes from the students, so I would like to say that always share the knowledge, innovation, collaboration. We can build more resilience in terms of the sustainable aquaculture, and then keep learning. Keep sharing with the students, with the among your friends, among the lecturers, and then it can brings you closer to the every steps with the with your surrounding lah, to better future. And then terus maju Sobat Perikanan, and then because your work fits the nation and the world. So that's all from me.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prof. Ina, for your great insight for us. So we also need your pray. We hope our study can be done as fast as possible. Okay.
All the best, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Ina. Thank you so much also for Sahabat Perikanan. Thank you for always stay with our podcast. If you enjoy today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and follow our channel. And goodbye. See you. Keep healthy. Okay, keep healthy.
Keep healthy.